Hey guys, it's Amy Dub, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Tuesday. I'm excited to be home from the office and we are making a fast, delicious dinner. Guys, if you're looking for something easy and delicious and you love casseroles, like this is it. Me and Ricky love this, and I know I've gotten a few comments from people saying, Amy, we're like Ricky, we're tired of the chicken. So I wanted to show you something outside of a chicken or pork recipe that you guys will thoroughly enjoy. It's got your protein, it's got vegetables, it's got some really good cheese. It's delicious and so super simple. So if you guys are interested, give me some hearts and share this video. As you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. Let me grab something out of the microwave here. As you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. And I've got a couple of things to tell you. Number one, this weekend on Saturday in Jackson, Tennessee, my friend Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad's, coming to town. I would love to introduce you guys. If you live within our area of Jackson, Tennessee, and you would like to come, send me a personal message. I'll put you on the RSVP list. Super excited about that. And then also, we are making a delicious dish. So we went ahead and started a little prep work before I went live. So what I did is I took 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef, and 1 pound of ground Italian sausage, and 1 small onion. And we just cooked that all together. We drained the grease and we added it to a 9x13 casserole dish. Now we're making a broccoli cheeseburger casserole, and it is so delicious, guys. You're gonna love it. So we've got our meat. We've got 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of Italian sausage ground, and 1 small onion. We cooked it and we added it to our casserole dish. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is add our vegetables. Now, I've got 2 packages, because y'all know every once in a while Ricky has to, compromise. Ricky has to compromise with me like I compromise with him. So he's a meat lover. I love my veggies. So I've got 2 bags of broccoli for this. Now, you don't have to use 2 bags. You can just use 1. I'm probably going to use 1 and a piece of another. Let me get my knife over here. So we're going to add our vegetables. So what I did is I got the steam bags, and I didn't steam them really soft, but I pretty much halfway steamed them. I actually did them for like 3 minutes because the bag says 4 to 5 minutes. So I did 3 or 3.5, I think. Let's see if I can open it up without making a mess. And we're just going to throw this broccoli right into the casserole. We're going to mix it up in just a second. Now, the reason I didn't steam it all the way is when we go to stir this up, it's going to turn to mush. Now, I don't care if you want them really cooked good. That's fine with me. It just makes less cooking time in the oven, because we are going to put this in the oven on 350. So I've got my oven cooking over there, getting heated up. Now, I'm not going to do this whole bag. I'm going to do about half of it. Ooh, that is hot. That is hot. I might do it all after I look at it. All right, so we've got our protein. We've got our veggies. Now, I'm using broccoli because it's a broccoli cheeseburger casserole. You guys can do whatever you like. Now, we just added vegetables, and you have to salt and pepper vegetables. So we're going to add some pink Himalayan salt. Actually, it's my favorite salt, Redmond's Real Salt. We're going to add that over the vegetables. We've got some pepper, because you have to salt and pepper your vegetables. That's what makes them taste delicious. So we're just going to salt and pepper these veggies. And then we're going to go ahead and toss this around without over stirring. We're just going to toss it around, because the next thing we're going to do is add our cheese sauce. So we're fixing to make a cheese sauce for our broccoli cheeseburger casserole. And then we're going to pour that the cheese sauce right over this dish. Oh yeah, we're going to do some more broccoli. Ricky's got all the meat. I've got all the veggies. Oh yeah. We're going to go ahead and add some more broccoli. And we're going to pour this cheese sauce right over the broccoli. We're going to top it off with some mozzarella cheese, a little bit of oregano. And then we are going to put this in the oven on 350 until the cheese melts, because it's all cooked. It's ready to go. Ooh, don't this look good? I mean, this looks good already, don't it? We got our meat. We've got our veggie. Let's make the cheese sauce. So I've got a bowl, a mixing bowl. We have a whole 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and I went ahead and semi-softed it in the microwave. Just nooked it in the microwave so it's semi-soft. You want to make sure it's soft, because we're fixing to make a sauce with it. So you can let it sit out for hours if you want to, or if you're like me and you're busy, come home from work, just nook it in the microwave for a couple seconds. All right, so we've got our cream cheese. We're going to add a full cup. No, we're going to add a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Oh, yeah. A whole half cup of Parmesan cheese, just shredded Parmesan. We're going to add some seasonings. Now, I'm going to do 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. Oh, yes, 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of oregano. 2 teaspoons of oregano, so 3 and 2. Who's trying to go outside in there? You can't go outside. Your daddy's not here. We gotta wait on daddy. All right, let me open this up. Oh, look at that big old knife. That's a big one. All right, let me cut this open. So 3 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of oregano. 1, 2. And then we're going to slowly pour in a cup of heavy cream. We're going to do a little bit at a time because what I'm going to do is pour in a tad and then stir it up. Because we want to mix this up really, really good. I mean, look how pretty this is. It looks pretty, don't it? It's seasoned wonderfully. So we're going to stir this up. We've got that cream cheese really softened good. I think I nooked it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Could have been a couple more minutes. Oh yeah. Now that we're stirring up, it's starting to melt a little bit. All right, just a little bit of cream, heavy cream at a time because you want to stir it up really good. So we're going to do the other part. A full cup of heavy cream is what I used. We're just going to stir this in. Again, we have making this cheese sauce with an 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese. We seasoned it with 3 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and a cup of heavy cream. And we're just mixing it up, you'll see here. Now, it's not going to be super watery. It's going to be a thick sauce, but that's okay because when we pour it over this and spread it out, it's going to get really good and melted in the oven. So over here in our 9x13, I'm using a 9x13. We have 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of Italian sausage, and an onion, a small onion. We cooked all that up. We drained the grease, and then we added the meat to the casserole. And then we took some steamed broccoli, not all the way steamed, it's really soft and limp, but the more you steam it, the easier it's going to be for it to turn to mush. So I just did it about 3.5 minutes instead of 5. And we just added that broccoli right over top of the protein. Now we season the salt with pepper, salt and pepper. Now we're going to take this cheese sauce. It's a little thick. Now if you want it thinner, you can do it thinner. We're just going to dabble it over the broccoli. It looks good, don't it? It looks really good. If this looks good, give me some hearts, guys. And if you have questions for me, go ahead and put them in the comments because I'm fixing to stick this in the oven. And then I wanted to have a little Q&A with you guys. Maybe you need some getting started tips. Maybe you have some questions about why are you using pink salt instead of just a white table salt. Like whatever questions you have, go ahead and put them in the comments. Because as soon as I stick this bad boy in the oven, we're going to sit down together and I'm going to answer any questions you might have. Now, this is a live video. If you guys are watching me live, I'd love to know it. Just say live. And you'll know that by the red. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
You called me.
Huh?
You called me. You need something? No, I called you earlier and you didn't answer, so I called Justin.
Okay.
Okay, love you. Be careful.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. So Ricky had to go to the store because he forgot to get our dogs a rotisserie chicken, and he spoils them dogs so much. He has to have a rotisserie chicken for their dinner. When we eat dinner, he tears them little bitty minuscule pieces of rotisserie chicken. So anyhow, I'm so sorry he interrupted me, and I don't know what I was saying. Anyhow, if you guys have questions, I was telling you about the live. So if you're watching me live, you'll see there's a little red box at the top and it says live. If you're watching me live, I'd love to know in the comments, just say live. And if you're watching the replay later, type replay, but know this. If you're watching the replay, I can't answer your questions immediately. So I will come back and answer questions if you guys have them for me. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. Now look at this, guys. I mean, this looks so good. Now you can make this cheese sauce thinner if you want to by adding some more heavy cream. But as this cooks in the oven, it's going to melt. Oh yeah, look at that. It looks so good. Now I'm going to do a taste test because I want to see if it needs any more salt and pepper. So good. I am going to add just a little bit more salt. Now that garlic powder has a little bit of salt. The meat has salt, so you don't want to go crazy overboard. I'm going to go ahead and put a little pepper. All right, we're going to top it off with some mozzarella. If you don't want to, you absolutely do not have to. You could stop right here and put it in the oven. But I am going to top it off with a little mozzarella. And then one last thing before it goes in the oven. I've got my oven on 350. Yes, I know I licked my finger, guys. This is just for me and Ricky. We're going to devour this plate. We're going to have it for tonight, and we will have it for leftovers tomorrow. Now, I've got a client I've got to help this week, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. I go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got to work late that afternoon. I can't remember if it's Thursday or Friday. But either way, we're going to have leftovers. So this is for me and Ricky to finish up this week. Now, you can use as much or as little mozzarella as you want, or you can leave it off. You don't have to add the mozzarella. That's a casserole, and I love a cheesy casserole. And this is called a broccoli cheeseburger casserole. So I want it to be cheesy. All right, just a little bit more mozzarella. And then one last thing, I didn't put any on the edge. One last thing before I get to questions and answers. We want to go ahead and top this off with a little bit more oregano. It makes it beautiful when it's done cooking because you've got that oregano seasoning on top of the cheese. It just really looks pretty and it seasons the plate absolutely perfectly. So let me put my little thing back in here. All right, here we go. Just a little bit. Perfect flavor for this broccoli cheeseburger casserole. Trying not to make a mess, but too late. Too late. You don't have to have a whole lot. It's coming out really, really slow. All right, now look at that. Going in the oven. It's going in the oven. Give me just 1 second, guys. Oh. I've got my oven on 350 and I just set a timer for 20 minutes. 20 minutes should do it good, but all we're really doing is looking for that cheese to melt because everything is cooked in there. So guys, let me see if you have any questions for me. A little question answer time. If you do, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'm going to answer as many questions as I can while we're waiting on this timer. And I do want to clean up just a little bit before he gets back on. So, hey, Kathy from New Jersey, how are you? There's Margie from Cincinnati, Ohio. I've never been to Cincinnati. I've never been to Ohio either, I don't think. Hey, Sandra from Texas. Pam, she's going to be in Jackson tomorrow. Well, Pam, what am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? That's sad. That's sad. Life goes by so fast and you're busy. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. I think I'm just going to be hanging out in Jackson at work. You should send me a message, Pam. Maybe we can meet up tomorrow. Oh, there's Ellen from California. Indiana. Oh, Maggie. I know Maggie from Indiana. There's Tanya from Mississippi. Oh, there's another California girl. Amelia Island. Where's that at, Patty? I don't even think I've ever heard you say that before. Amelia Island. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Patty? That sounds exclusive. Hey, Susan. All right, let's see. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit and see if you guys have questions for me. Oh, Jana made the meatloaf and broccoli for her husband. I hope he enjoyed it. Broccoli chicken soup. Sorry. Can you use frozen broccoli? I'm sorry. Linda, I don't see why you can't. You can use frozen broccoli. I probably would definitely thaw it out, though. That way it's thawed when you put it in the oven. Because if you put frozen broccoli in the oven mixed in that, it's going to take a long time for it to cook. So I probably would thaw it out or defrost it. Oh, Cynthia, I wish I had some gummy bear ketones. I am out. Oh, I got a lot of friends catching me live. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you love a broccoli cheeseburger casserole. I've cooked this a few times. It is in the recipe blog because it's amazing. And when I finish this live video, you'll see the link to that recipe in the post. Hey, Deborah, thank you for asking. My dad is doing really good. He's feeling really good. He gets immunotherapy Thursday this week. His cancer chemo treatments are done. He did have some issues with his kidney functions from the chemo, so they are stopping the chemo altogether. And he is doing some immunotherapy Thursday, and then from what I understand, once a month after Thursday. Betty, I use the salt. It's called Redmond's Real Salt. Redmond's, Redmonds, Redmond's Real Salt. I love it. It's mine out of Utah, so it's here in the U.S. I love it. It really is good. What? That hamburger missed the beginning. Arlene, I think I've gone over it again since you put that in here. Comfort casserole. Yes, Mary, I love a good casserole. It's hamburger. Okay, Pam is answering. Thank you guys thank you so much for asking about my dad. Y'all are just amazing. I'm telling you, y'all just don't even know. Y'all are gonna make me cry. I'm asking you guys for questions and you're all concerned about my dad. Look, y'all gonna make me cry. I quit. I'm just so thankful for all of y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate your prayers. I'm just so thankful for this page. You just don't know how thankful I am to have people that really care, follow this page, and really have concern for my family. Like, you guys just don't even know what that does for me and my family. And he is doing so good. Everybody's still asking. You guys are just awesome. Rita's got a question. Do I come up with my own recipes? That's a great question, Rita. And I do a lot of recipes that I just make out of thin air. And then I find recipes that sound really good. The pictures look really good. And then I just rip them apart because they usually have like a list of 12 or 13, 15 ingredients. And I'll say, oh no, I'm never going to use that again. I'll take it out. Let me take that out. And then I'll swap ingredients just to see if I can make it sound as good as the recipe I found. So I love to play around with recipes, Rita, but you can actually go to Pinterest or Google and you can just search keto or low carb recipes, and there's tons of stuff out there. But I do love making some of my own things. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Debbie. You guys are just amazing, amazing, amazing support for my family. Y'all just don't even know. Thank you, Tina. Do you have a recipe for blonde brownies? Oh, Sam, that sounds delicious, and I don't. I do have a brownie recipe in the recipe blog. It's actually German chocolate brownies. I love German chocolate brownies, and it don't have any flour. Like, it's so easy and delicious and really, really, really soft and gooey. I love them. They're so good. It's in the recipe blog. So as soon as I finish this video, you'll go to the recipe in this post, and then you can just hit the back button or go to the menu bar and you can search all of the recipes. Oh, my favorite dish? Oh, Laura, that's a hard question. I love food. I love food, and it's really hard for me to pick one because I love food. So the recipe blog that's in this post, it takes you to a lot of great recipes. I don't know if I could tell you a favorite. I'm telling you, I don't know. If I went through the recipe blog, I probably could pick 10. Thank you, Susan. You guys are awesome. What do you think about the egg fast? I've been thinking about trying it. An egg fast, Karina? I personally would love it because I love eggs. At the same time, I'm really not fond of eliminating certain foods or only eating one food. For me, it just really creates the possibility of, like, I told Ricky when I wanted to do this that I was not going to deprive myself. So when I first started, I seriously ate a chocolate mug cake every single night in the bed. And I would eat it in the bed after dinner because I was addicted to chocolate. And I told my husband, I'm going to do something brand new. It's going to sound crazy. You're going to think I'm nuts, but just hear me out and just give me support. And every single night I had a chocolate mug cake in the bed. And I just truly love the way I create this flexible living, literally just focusing on carbs because I don't have to deprive myself. I really eat great food that tastes good, and I love to fast. So Karina, I think it was Karina that asked me that question. I love to fast. And I think fasting with eggs is great because eggs have 0 carbs, and that would be the reason that I would choose that, is just because I would want the 0 carbs in the fast. But I really try not to deprive myself. So if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. And if I want chocolate, then I'm going to have a low carb chocolate. And if I want something lemony, I'm going to have something that's low carb that's lemon. If I want to have pizza, then I'm going to make a low carb pizza. Like, I really try not to limit myself because I want to do this for the long haul. So I'm not opposed to an egg fast because it's low carb and I love to fast. But I also don't want to create a diet. Like, I don't want to be on a diet. I really want to just choose the foods that make me feel good. And that's one reason I love this page because, sorry, it must be Ricky. Sorry. Hang on. Hey. Shh. This is my precious angels. This is what you just heard. These are my precious babies. My daughter and my son and my husband made this for me for Christmas. So there's Frankie Sue is her real face. There's Ellie Mae, and there's a little bit on like a Step Brothers background. Is that not the cutest thing in the whole wide world? I will treasure this forever. But they are very loud when they get excited. So nevertheless, I know I was kind of rambling on that. I love to fast. I just love this page because I love to show how easy it is to transition and to be flexible and not necessarily create that situation where you are depriving yourself, because that always held me back. That always made me diet for a few months, but then I always stopped. Yes, I'm doing the reboot on Sunday, Vanessa. I love the reboot. I love the reboot. Any other questions you guys have? I will be talking about the reboot on Sunday, maybe even Saturday some, but I will definitely be talking about the reboot on Sunday. Now, you guys know I've got a friend coming into town. My friend Nick the Keto Dad is coming into town. There's my hubby with that chicken for the dogs. So we will be busy this weekend. I'm so excited about it. And if you live close to Jackson, Tennessee, and you want to come meet me and you want to meet the Keto Dad, we'd love to have you. Oh, I know, Ellie Mae. That's my daughter. She actually was Little Bit's baby girl. We bred him and we kept Ellie Mae, and she was actually for my daughter. But then my daughter got old and she got married and she moved out, and you can't separate the dogs, like they love each other, right? Sam said, "Hey Ricky, it sounds like he's talking to his brother." Yeah, he's talking to his brother. He lives in Texas, so they don't talk all the time. I don't have a recipe for keto vanilla creamer. I don't. Sorry. All right, guys, let me check this out real quick and let's see what it looks like. Oh, groovy grape, Susan. That's so yummy. Can you do the reboot with the super ketones? Absolutely, Patty. They're actually in the kit. So the kit actually has some super ketones. I love the kit. Yes, Pam, he sure is. He's a good friend of mine, and we're celebrating his birthday this weekend while he's in town. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. The egg fast is just 3 days. Oh, that's easy. I need to trip up my system. I love tripping up the system. Karina, you and I, girl, we got similar minds. Let me tell you about tripping up your system. Everybody's talking about this reboot. This is the way to trip up your system. It actually resets your metabolism, puts you back in control of food if you've kind of gotten off the wagon a little bit and you're kind of like disappointed in yourself because you're choosing too many sweet treats or you're choosing too many pizzas. Doesn't matter if it's keto or not. They're just calling your name all the time. I love the reset. This is called the 60-hour keto reboot. It has everything you need for a 60-hour system. It's amazing. We only have it available the first couple of days of the month. We're doing it together. We do it every single month together as a full community. We have a Facebook group and everybody does it together. It starts this Sunday night. So I'll be making a list of people who want to be on the list for March 1st release. It usually comes like the very last couple of days of the month into the first, so like right in between the end and the first of the month, because we have a date and we do it all together. So we only have it available for those few days so everybody can grab it. But if you're looking to reset your metabolism, reset your gut, put some control back in your life, like I love the keto reboot. It's pretty awesome. Let's check out this casserole real quick. Ricky's fixing to come in here and say, Lord, this kitchen's a mess. Oh, it's not ready yet, but let me show you what it looks like. It looks really pretty. I can't remember if I set the timer. Yes, it still has 7 minutes. It still has 7 minutes, so it's going to be ready when that timer goes off. But look, the cheese is starting to melt. You set pretty oregano on top. Ooh, it's starting to slide around in there. That means that cheese sauce we put on top is starting to melt. You can see it coming in between the meat and the veggies. I mean, it looks pretty good. Let me stick it back in there. Now, you guys, when you saw me make this, I actually spread the cheese layer on top, but you actually can stir it in if you want to. I just kind of spread it over the top, but you can stir it. Good night, Amy and Ricky. Hey, Francis, how are you? All right, I have my reboot, so please put me on the list. Oh, Alice, do you already have your reboot for this Sunday? Like, if you already have your reboot, make sure you've joined the group. You need to make sure it's on the box. It was on the box. If it's not on the box, I've sent you the group before, but I want to make sure you do it with us all together. It is not on the box. So if you have your reboot and you're not sure if you're in the group to do it together with all of us, send me a message because I want to make sure you're in the group. I'm sure you are all. Oh, yes, paprika would be great in that, Mary. I'm sure you're already in there, Alice, but make sure you're in the group. I'll send it to you. Just send me a message and I'll make sure you're in that group. Tanya, I'm making a broccoli cheeseburger casserole. And I'm finishing up right now with this video so I can start cleaning up the kitchen. I hope you guys have a fabulous night. If I can help you in any way, just send me a message. Make sure you share this video. Give me some hearts if I've ever been any help to you. Thank you guys again for all of your support and your prayers. You have no idea, seriously, no idea. Like, I'm here for you guys, but you have been such a tremendous support to me and my family, and I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate it. And I know you guys are going to be right alongside us this entire journey. And we're just praying that it just continues to be on this good path. We have a trip scheduled for April. Just so you guys know, this cancer my dad has, it's a rare cancer. And there is a foundation that was put together by a sister and brother. The brother had this cancer. And from what I was told by the executive director, when he was in the passing phases, he told his sister that she has to keep this going because they had done so much research. And he said, I need you to keep this going. We want to educate people. We want to help people. So they created this foundation and she kept it going. So they're having a conference in Salt Lake City, Utah in April. So me and my mom and my dad, we've got a flight booked, we've got a room booked, and we're going to go and learn as much as we can because we always want to be on the top of all education that we can put our hands around, the support system that we can get our hands around. And this foundation is really pretty awesome. Like, they have been on conference calls with us. They've done some research for us specific to my dad's biomarkers. Like, they're pretty amazing. So we're going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah in April. I think the very last part of April, if I remember right, just to get some education. And we're just praying my dad just keeps on feeling good. Just keeps on feeling good until we can just learn as much as we can. So guys, thank you so much. If you love this recipe idea, go ahead and share this video. And I will take all the prayers I can get. So if somebody sees this and they're like, oh, I didn't know, and they start praying, well, thank you again. Thank you again for spreading the word, because God is amazing and prayers are amazing and they 100% work, and our faith is strong, but that doesn't mean we're not supposed to pray. God says pray, 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 and we are. So thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to all of you guys later. Bye.